Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike Green. I'm one of the owners of 1A Auto. I want to help you save time and money repairing and maintaining your vehicle. I'm going to use my 20+ years experience restoring and repairing cars and trucks like this to show you the correct way to install parts from 1AAuto.com. The right parts installed correctly. That's going to save you time and money. Thank you and enjoy the video.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the power window motor and regulator assembly on this 05 Toyota Camry. Tools you'll need are a flat blade screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, and a 10mm socket and ratchet with extension, and maybe some painter's tape to hold up the window. To remove the door panel, first you're going to remove a series of screws. There's one in behind here, and you'll see me pry that out. Underneath here, you can pry this rubber up, and there's a screw under there. Pry off this little grommet, and there's a screw under there. And then there's two screws at the bottom, one there and one there. Okay, so use your screwdriver, put it in the back corner, pry up and out on that rubber piece. Here, you can kind of put it right in the back there. This plastic piece should come out. Okay, and then this piece should just pry right off. And we'll just speed up here a little bit as I remove those three screws, the one up there, the one in behind the door handle, and the one down on the door pull. Up and off. Okay, your mirror has a little tab you push on with your thumb and pull out. There's a tab right here, push on with your thumb and pull out. And you want to make sure you reset this connector by pulling it all the way back. And fast forward here again as I remove those two lower screws. Okay, now that you've removed this panel, you're going to see a Phillips screw right down in here. Remove that. Now you can just kind of grab the bottom of your panel. You pull this little triangle right out here. Turn your panel up and off. Okay, now reach in behind here and you can pull your cables out and up. And your panel comes off. Now carefully remove your water shield. You want to avoid tearing it. Just going to tear it right around the harness there, so pull it off. Okay, now you're going to press a little tab on the side of your speaker lead and pull it up and out, and then remove 4 10mm screws and remove your speaker and set it aside. Okay, so now your window regulator connects to your window with 2 bolts. You want to loosen that bolt and then loosen this bolt. Okay, and then the window regulator is held to the door by 4 bolts here. And then right here is your lead. There's a little tab. If you can see my fingers pressing in on it. And my fingers pressing in on it, pulling out. Okay, if your vehicle is equipped with the auto pinch sensor, then once you disconnect that window motor, you will need to reset that feature, and I have another video. Just check our videos for a Toyota Camry auto pinch sensor reset. And you can tell if you have the auto pinch if you run your window up, press down on it while it's going up, and it stops and goes back down.
And for this one down here, I'll use a 10mm wrench. Now I can lift the window. Up. So I use some painter tape just as a precaution to keep that window up.
Okay, we'll hit a little fast forward, as right now all I'm doing is using a 10mm socket and ratchet. On those 4 bolts that are in a square, the top left one you just need to loosen, you don't have to pull it all the way out. And then I'm removing the other 2 bolts that hold the track. And then, as you can see a little bit later, once you remove the last bolt, the regulator kind of falls down. There's your regulator out. New regulator from 1A Auto. Only difference on this regulator is that there is a harness with a lead on it. So put it up in. You do want to put just this one bolt and start that in right there. And now I'm just going to start the other 4 bolts, or the other 3 bolts that hold the regulator to the door. And now I'll start the 2 bolts that hold that track in place. And then once everything's pretty much in place, I'll go around with my 10mm socket and ratchet and make sure all 6 bolts that hold the regulator to the door are nice and tight.
Okay, now that that's in, now we're just taking the tape off the window up here. Let the window slide down slowly, push it back in its track. Make sure this goes right down in. Make sure the front goes in as well. Pull my lead through here.
Okay, so with a successful test, we can unplug our window and mirror switch and then put our water shield back on and then reinstall the door panel. Okay, so put your the cable in, snap it in. The green one goes on the bottom, clear one goes on top. And make sure you pull your harnesses up and through. Okay, the door panel up and then down on the sill. Make sure our harnesses are through. Okay, that all goes in. Our large screw. Okay, and just fast forward here again as I tighten up that large screw that holds that armrest brace, and then the two screws up top behind the door panel in the corner, and then the two screws on the bottom of the door panel. Okay, now our switch panel. Make sure you pulled that back. Snap it right in. Mirror, snap it right in. Front down first, push it forward and down. And screw. And that little rubber. And then up here, on this corner panel, you want to pull this, if this clip didn't come off with your trim panel, take it off, squeeze it down as much as you can, and then it clips on right here to the panel. Actually, let's put it on backwards. Okay, the less bent end goes into the panel, and this goes in and snaps on. We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.